Hi, Tom Steve with part two on how movies are made, and just to let you know, the website is all done. It took some time. I was pretty. It took some time to kind of put it all together, but anyway, it is done, and it will have instructions how to use it. And there are two parts to it. One of which is you're going to be able to read the script and also listen to the script at the same time, and there are instructions how to do that. At the bottom part of it, though, you can just listen to the script. And I have to tell you, I was just kind of amazed how effective that really is. You can get a sense of how the script is written, and also what the story is really about. And yeah, it works really well. The one thing I'm going to tell you though, if you listen to it and also in the when you're reading and also listening to the script, the audio, which is AI technology, it moves pretty quick. It has a good clip, so it's not slow at all. It keeps moving pretty quick. The other thing I'm just going to let you know that the time that's going to be in this is going to be pretty close to, each page represents a minute. So if the script is about 120 pages long, it's going to be 2 hours. So it's going to take 2 hours of your time to do that. And the thing about listening to it, you can walk around. You can listen to it, and you can. It'll be easier to do that. For some of you, may just like to read and also listen to the script, but when I'm talking about the 2 hours, you're gonna be listening to it. Really, is based on every page represents a minute. So instead of really watching a movie, you're going to be listening to the script and kind of listening to the whole idea of the script or the screenplay. The other thing I'm just going to tell you too that is that there are instructions on there, and you're going to be able to, it's going to be able to tell you what to do and how to do it. And also it gives you definitions. It gives you some idea how some of the language that's being used in that. So when you're reading and hearing it, you know what those mean. The other thing too I'm going to tell you too, it takes some time to get adjusted to. It's not a manuscript for like for a book. It is basically instructions of each scene. It tells you what the scenes are going to be like and what's in it. And it has sometimes it kind of be repetitive, but that's how it has to be done. Basically, it's an outline of how the scenes are going to be set up. It's an outline of the characters, and it's an outline of the dialogue. And you get a sense to it, but if you really hang in there and go through it all, there are two movies. There's others, and then also there's H1 mode, and both of them have an ending. Others has an ending dealing with what the world could be, and then H1 mode has a surprise ending, and actually there are two surprise endings in the end of it. So if you think one, and when it's over, it's really not over. It continues on with another surprise ending. But anyway, I'm just going to take the time real briefly to tell you about the stories. One of which is others about two. It's an alien mother and an earthly mother, and how they get together is how they build a sense of trust between the two of them. The alien mother is she's also the commander, so she has a lot of responsibility. And Sarah, who's the earthly mother, is she's going through a lot of adversity. A lot of things are going on with her, but she owns a farm. The whole tension, or the background tension on all this, is that the UFO crashes on one side of the mountain. On the other side of the mountain is a military exercise that's being conducted. So you can just imagine what the tension is going on between that, and how the two main characters get involved in it, and how they work this sense of trust between the two of them. The other deal I'm going to tell you though, on this one, it moves pretty good. You're going to find it's not like hard action, but it's one circumstance of the next circumstance of the next circumstance. They keep moving pretty quickly. I'm going to go on the other one, H1 mode, and that takes place in the year 2400. And everywhere is implants, and it's about the main character, Dan Drake, who's the inventor of the new Bionet implant. And it also takes place in a corporation called H1 Mode Technologies. And there's a father and son who happens to be the president and vice president, and they do not get along. So it's how the character, or the main character, and also the family, how they delve, how they interact with, with the president and also the vice president of the company, is that they don't get along. That's Ron and Stan. Anyway, the other thing about the H1 mode also, it's kind of a whodunit movie on a much grander scale. And there's a detective in it, and everybody's trying to figure out like a whodunit, who did it. And and there's some real bad guys. I'm just going to tell you, there's some real bad guys, and I didn't want to, I wanted to rely more on dialogue, the tension and dialogue, than really action, violence, or whatever. So it gets into dialogue, and it defines the characters based on their dialogue. But that's really kind of the summary of both of them. And hopefully you'll find the scripts interesting. I think you'll find the stories interesting. And so, but I appreciate anybody who, takes the time to do that or participates in it. One thing I want to let you know too, they're copyrighted. Went through a lot to get this copyrighted done, and they're protected. And you're going to find some, signs on, you're going to find some notices on the website just letting you know. I have to do that by law. I have to notify you that these are copyrighted, and there's a reason for it. But I do have to let you know that they're copyrighted. I just want to let you know, just as a matter of formality, just to let you know about that too. But again, I just want to go back and I want to thank anybody who participates in it, and hopefully you will get something out of it. And hopefully it'll be fun for you, and I think it'll be interesting for you as you listen to the script and see how the story really develops. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And again, as usual, I always hope your day is going well, and I appreciate your time. And I also appreciate if you do really participate. I appreciate your time in going over the scripts. Thanks again for your time. Thanks again.